What is up, my little pretties? It's your mistress, Linus here, and today we are back with a seventh episode, a new episode of Teen Titans. Now, this is the seventh episode of season 4, but it's also known as episode 46 of of the whole series. And today in this episode, we are going to review is yet again a dark episode. Now, Birthmark was pretty dark, but I have to say this one was a little tad bit more darker than Birthmark, and that is called The Prophecy. Now, this episode, Prophecy, is mainly focusing on Raven. And, basically, when she was born to do some evil things. But yet, she's not like that, and she's the complete opposite. So, in this episode, Raven then has this mark on her hands that's shown, and she has no idea why they're there and stuff like that. So basically, the Titans have to find out what this mark was. However, as they were like trying to figure out what it exactly it is, even though Raven was trying to look through her books to see if she could find about it, but she realizes that it was there. But she lied to the Titans saying that it's not in her books because she's afraid. Like she's afraid to expose it to everybody. But of course, Robin is the only one who knows. But the other Titans do find out eventually in this episode. So, in the Prophecy episode, basically the Titans have to battle Slade, who is causing trouble and a fire around the city. So basically, the Titans go there to fight Slade. But after they fight Slade, they realize that some of the buildings have been obliterated due to the flames. And what happens in this episode is basically they realizing that they found an old town library, and they found out that it was a mark of Scaff, and Slade told Robin what it was. So Robin says that they're looking for this in the gem, and they said they need to destroy it whenever they find it. So the Titans go in this library, and they find like a really weird secret passage, so they go inside. But however, though, Raven's seen all these ghosts that of these skeleton guys, they appear, and she basically just gets all covered in the red glowing stuff on her body, so she runs away. While meanwhile, Robin tries to stop Raven and asks her if she's okay, and she said she shouldn't be here, and then she said she can't go back in there, so she goes back to the tower, and of course Robin tells Starfire, Cyborg, and Beast Boy that Raven's not coming, so they continue to go for the library. While meanwhile they're fighting ghosts, Raven makes a portal so she can go to Azarath, her hometown, where she finds her mother, Elrella. Now she basically tells her that she needs help, and she just tells her about the prophecy, and she wants to know how she could stop it, but unfortunately, fortunately, her mother couldn't help her. So meanwhile, the Titans end up finding out that Raven is the gem to Trigon's portal, and of course, Slade was trying to defeat the Titans. When meanwhile, Raven shows up, and she finally fights Slade, which of course the battle between her and Slade is very epic, I'd say. Like it's a very epic battle between her and Slade. It's just really epic. Now, Raven basically defeats Slade, and the Titans basically go back to the tower, and they actually learn that Raven's a gem, and Raven's not going to do what they want her to do. So that kind of wraps up for season that no wait not season but that wraps up the episode, The Prophecy. What did I obviously think about this episode? I actually loved it. Like, this episode was actually a really dark episode, but it's a really good one at that. Like, I could definitely say that there was a lot of great things about it. Now, one of them being the concept. Yet again, like I said, I know this episode was really dark, but I think this one's more darker than the Birthmark episode. I know the Birthmark episode was pretty dark, but I'm gonna say now, as a kid, I was honestly really scared of this episode too, as a kid, as this was a pretty dark episode. But, this episode was actually pretty good. Like, the storyline of how the episode went out was just amazing. I even liked the the carrot concept. I also like the animation of the episode. Now, do I have anything that negative to say about this episode? No, honestly, no. I never had any negative to say about this episode. I honestly thought this episode was great. Now, some of you guys may have disagreed with me, but that's okay. But I could definitely say that this episode was a lot more darker than the Birthmark episode. But wait till you hear the last 3 episodes of season 4, and you guys are gonna probably think twice before you say this is more darker than Birthmark. Yeah, I know Birthmark was a pretty dark episode, and this episode was actually pretty dark as well. But wait till you see at the end episodes, like from part 1 to part 3, you're gonna see how dark those episodes really are compared to this one. Now, like I'm gonna say right now, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to this episode of Teen Titans. If you like this show, that's good. If you don't like this show, I respect your opinion. Now, with that being said, my final rating of this episode would have to be a 10 out of 10. It's a great dark episode, along with Birthmark. The concept was good, the animation was great, voice acting was great, the storyline was awesome, and the episode of how everything went out and the flow of it was just amazing. Now, this is actually one of the first and only appearances we've ever get of Raven's mom, Elrella. I don't know if they, even if they do make a season 6 of these series, I don't know if they're going to add Elrella. But if they do, that's going to be quite interesting if they do. But who knows? I don't even know if they will add Elrella in season 6, make her an appearance of it. But yeah, that's just something I'm not sure. But anyways, what did you all think about this episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done personally to help make this episode a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Shadow Linus. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure you like, comment, subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you'll get to know when I upload next. And with that said, I will see you all next time in the next video. Peace out.